Started coming to Sturgis 35 years ago. Came every year. I've had a ball. It used to be a lot more fun back then with a lot more drunken debauchery, naked chicks. It's a little more toned down now. They're trying to put a handle onto it. However, the roads out here in South Dakota, up here in the Black Hills, are second to none. They're one of my favorite roads to ride around here in the country. I've been getting some crazy nights out here. I've been helping people out, people that don't need to be driving after they've had enough to drink here at some of the venues and stuff. Been bouncing around all over the place, having a great time. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what you're going to see. You know, I had a dual engine Evo from one of the hamsters up in Minneapolis in my yard. I've seen ships drive by, Spanish galleons drive down Lizelle. I've seen all sorts of weird stuff. You know, a bunch of buddies with the hamsters, they all come by, they do rides. There's all sorts of stuff going on. We got the Uglies MC, they come by too, and we've had a great time. You know, there's a bunch of good times out here to be had. Just be safe, be careful, and watch out for the other guy. Oh, P.S. Watch out for the deer. There's a shitload out of them. And don't pet the fluffy cows. They don't like that. Started working on bikes in 1979 because I couldn't afford the $28 an hour that Harley charged for labor rate. That was crazy. So I went to work for them and started doing stuff. I rebuilt my motor in my 72 Shovelhead. I drove that 86 FXRD from Key West to Tijuana to Spokane, Washington to Fort Kent, Maine. It's been all around the country. I retired it in 1999 with 160,000 miles on the clock. I just recently pulled it back out and started right up and ran just fine. So I've been fiddling around with that. In 2000 I started riding road glides, and my 03 Road Glide, I've got 115,000 on that. So between those two bikes there's 275,000 miles, plus whatever else I've been riding. I've probably got 1 million miles under my ass. Been all over the place, been to all the states. Well, except for Alaska and Hawaii, but that's on my bucket list. I'm working on getting there. But yep, been cross country probably 40 times. All trips are good, some are better than others. You never know who you're gonna meet, you never know what you're gonna see. That's part of the fun, motorcycling. That FXRD had that bulbous fairing onto it. It was designed in London. At the time, it was the most slickest fairing on the planet, but nobody liked it because it kind of looked like a Jap bike. I ended up having to put a sticker on there, made in US fucking A, because nobody fucking liked that fairing. They kept telling me get rid of it. They asked me when I was going to get a cool bike. I said, that is a cool bike. It's been everywhere, it's done everything. You know, I went to my good buddy Bill Koskovich. We ended up in Fred's Strip Joint in Missoula, Montana. Walked in there, girl says, "Oh God, bikers, quick, give me your key ring." And I says, "What the hell is this?" I gave her my key ring, she hung it off her clit, and again, we were there till 10 o'clock at night. I said, "Christ, we never got the hell out of there." I told Bill, I said, "We can never tell anybody we only did 125 miles today." But we had a lot of fun. Of course, we did pour ourselves out and sleep in the parking lot next to our bikes, but hey, better safe than sorry. I'm probably the only man in America that bought stock replacement mufflers for my FXRD from the factory. Only because I like to listen to my radio. And who buys stock mufflers from the factory? But I did, and put them back on because they're too hard to fab up to make something else. I says, plus I wanted something quiet. I run Super Traps on my road glides, and they work out pretty good too. But I got better stereos now than we had way back then. So now I can hear them pretty good. So, yep, even up to about 100 miles an hour, I can hear it just fine. Anything over that, I really need to pay attention to the task at hand. You know, riding a motorcycle, being this high off the ground, and a bag of water. Because that's all you are, is a giant watermelon. I've been here at this shop. I moved out. I quit Boston Harley Davidson. I've been going to Sturgis for 33 years. And they told me this year, even though I put in for the time, you can't go. I said, well, I'm going. And they said, well, it might not be a job when you get back. And I says, who says I'm coming back? So here I am. I've been out here 8 years now, having a good time. This is a great part of the country, great riding roads. And even when it is rally, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, be safe, kids, and have fun. See you next year.